progress.
Welcome coaches, welcome to our new video on YouTube in which we talk about how to niche down without limiting our opportunities.
This is a beautiful video because we see a lot of, as always, misinformation starting from coaching schools. We've seen it a lot. So today we want to support you in this important process that is choosing your niche.
Yeah.
All right. So
Niching down is a big topic for not only for coaches but for all the professionals in the business of change. So today it's a topic that is fire. And we promise you that if you stay until the end of the video, what's going to happen, Juan?
you will discover the exact 5 steps to choose a profitable but also soul aligned niche, okay?
Totally.
Without feeling boxed or limited, all right? So
Yeah.
let's start and
With the first big question, because Juan and Miki here are talking about niching down and opportunities, but what is a niche? What is a niche? And today we're going to share with you 2 definitions. The first one is the traditional one.
yeah,
What is the traditional definition?
it's you or me.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay, let's go. Today you are letting me. Wow, I'm joking. All right,
This is
so
the best coach.
what is the traditional like marketing definition? All right, is a niche is a specialized segment, right, of the market for a particular kind of product or service. Okay, that is the traditional one. However,
We have our own definition.
we have our own definition, so you can understand better how to do it.
This is what we believe that a niche is. A niche is the overlap. The overlap between what? Between your lived experience, meaning what lights you up, and what people are already paying to solve. Okay? So it's a blend of your lived experiences as a human, the experiences that you healed with your soul, with what people are actually paying for to solve in the market. Okay? The specific transformation that not only you can create for the past version of yourself. We always say this because we believe in the soul program, and we believe that your niche, of course, is connected to your soul program, or better, your soul program is connected to your niche. And this is how you get it. Like we're not just coaches here. And whenever you sit down in front of your clients to help them and serve them, you're not just bringing coaching skills. You're not just bringing everything that you learned with all your certifications. You're bringing yourself. You're bringing your life experiences. You're bringing your soul. And your niche is connected to your soul. Your niche is connected to your life experiences.
Totally. And our mission today is to help you to discover that beautiful niche so you can start actually transforming people's life. All
Totally.
right?
So as you can see, this is not the same old marketing class, because this is not what we do. We're different from that, okay? We are connecting to your uniqueness, to the life experiences and soul experiences that you only have lived. And there's no marketing course that can give that to you, because you already have it all inside of you.
And I think this is really important, is that like the traditional way of seeing coaching is like, oh, okay, I want to be like an executive coach because the money is there, right? Like the traditional mentality always follows the money, right? The soul program way, right, our way, follows the truth that, of course, whatever you're going to sell, it needs to have market, right? But you must connect it with your own experience, with something that lights you up, and soon we are going to give you in detail how to do it, because you need to understand that you are going to talk about this for many years. So if you work in finances, and if you hate finances, and you are going to create a program about finances because there's a lot of money there, you are going to choose like internal poverty, because okay, you will make a lot of money probably, but like you won't be happy. All right, so we became coaches to follow our soul, right, what we want. So
But let's talk a little bit about marketing to give a little bit of direction, okay? This session is not all about marketing, but of course, marketing is a part of our program. And when I say our program, not just our program, the Impactful Coach, but in general of every single program of you coaches. So what are the three biggest niches out there? There are three. The first one is
wealth,
the second,
health,
and the third one,
relationships. And we are not going to go deep into this because we talked about it in the last video that we shared with you guys about what is the best pricing for my coaching as a beginner, right?
Yeah.
So you can go and like understand a little bit more in depth about it. And this is why I was saying to you is like it's important that whatever you choose is within these three niches, right? Because that has that like creates the opportunity that your coaching is actually like sellable, that you are going to be able to sell it, right? So whatever you're going to sell, it has to be within these three niches, all right? Now let's start with something really important, okay?
yeah,
The fears that we hear from coaches like you, from experts like you about niching down. We chose the top 5, all right?
yeah.
And we are really curious to see if you relate to any of those. So how is it going to be? We're going to give you the fears. Then we're going to give you how it sounds in your mind, what are the questions that you probably might be asking. And then we're going to give you the truth. All right? So let's start with this beautiful, beautiful, amazing.
You comment down below whatever fear that you shared with us. I mean, like, what are the fears that connect with you the most, and what are the truths that connect with you the most? We love to read your comments and we love to connect with you. But let's begin with the fear. Fear number 1. And trust us, like, we talk with hundreds of coaches. We have a lot of discovery sessions and we talk with a lot of you guys and a lot of other professionals. We heard this over and over and over again. And we understand where those fears come from. Let us coach you a little bit today and challenge you with the truth, okay? Fear number 1. I know that I can help everyone. Comment below if you've thought about this at least one time. And I know that you did, because I've heard it personally a lot.
Did you experience it in the past?
I didn't. I
didn't?
had the quite opposite fear myself. I thought that I couldn't help no one. So it was the opposite. But I heard it a lot over and over again.
I experienced it, and I started to coach a lot of people in different like niches, and like it was a mess, you know. So
yeah, and it sounds like if I can help anyone with anything, why do I have to limit myself? Now, dear coach, the truth is that no, you cannot help everyone, okay? Or better, you probably can help many types of people, but everyone cannot see themselves in your message. When you speak to everyone, no one feels spoken to. And here I want to give an example, the same example that I gave in one of the last discovery calls that I had. This coach, she has this resistance in niching down, and she said, I feel that I don't want, and she mentioned another fear that we're going to share with you really soon, because I feel that I can help everyone. But she told me at the beginning of the call that she really, really connects with the past experience that she lived to become more feminine, because she was really in her masculine energy. So she lived and she suffered from that experience. She healed that part. And now she is really connected to her feminine, okay? So I asked her, she said, I can help everyone. And I said, are you sure? What if a client comes to you and she's deeply in her feminine and she wants your help to connect with her masculine? It's the exact opposite experience that you had. Her answer was like, well, first of all, I would ask her why she wants to do that. And I'm like, this is where you start then to lead the client. She comes with that problem and she's looking for that transition. Okay? But you cannot help her because this is not the experience that you lived. And that's not what your client wants. Okay? So you can have many type of people, but you cannot help everyone because you didn't live all the experiences in the world. We don't connect with every single person. We cannot connect with every single one, as we will not be liked by everyone.
Totally.
There will be people that don't like us. There will be people that we cannot help. It's exactly the same.
Yeah, and for example, like go to your Instagram, and like if you start to follow like some coaches that you like, you will see that they always talk about the same thing, and that's why you like them. You see? So if in your message you go to social media or like through your services you expect to talk to anyone and to help everybody, it is impossible, right? Because your messaging is so important and the problem that you are going to solve is so important that it's just one, not many. You can't, right? So
Yeah. Second one,
second one,
the second fear.
if I choose a niche, I am limiting myself, I am losing clients, all right? What if someone outside my niche wants to work with me and I have them to turn away? I will feel bad, you know, like I feel that I have this duty to help everybody in the world, right? And also at the same time, I will be losing money. Why would you, in the earth, Juan and Mickey, ask me to do this stupid mistake to narrow down and lose so many opportunities, so many clients? Wonderful. Let me tell you something. First of all, you are not losing your clients by niching down because you never had them in the first place. And that is really important that you start to understand. I know, Juan, but you know, me as a life coach, I already have clients. Okay, beautiful. What about in the future? What about in the future if you keep talking to everybody? What about in the future when nobody starts to relate with the story that you are connecting? Because today you talk about work, tomorrow you talk about relationship, then you talk about sexuality, then you talk about spirituality. All of these things are part of life, right?
Totally.
But in reality, the people are looking for a solution that is in one specific niche, in one specific area of their life, right? So this is really important because if you keep talking about all these topics constantly in social media, in networking, in like workshops, right? People won't understand what actually you are doing and what problem specific you can solve. So you won't be able to start to attract people that actually are looking to solve a specific problem that you can help them. So if you keep going like with the mentality like I'm a life coach and I can coach anybody, right, and then I will have more clients, that is not true. You are actually losing the opportunity to start to have your first high paying clients, all right? So it's kind of like the entry door for you to be able to sell your coaching. This one is very, very nice and I'm really looking forward to see what Mickey says about it.
I don't want to box myself in. This is a third fear, and this is personally the one that I heard the most from coaches out there. What if I get bored? What if I evolve? What if I want to pivot later? Like, why do I have to label myself and put myself in just one specific box? Okay, this is usually what I say. Niching down, it's really not a box, okay? A lot of coaches think that niching down is you commit to that specific how do I call it, label. Like you have a label here, purpose coach, and this is it, okay? That is not your niche. The label that you would probably put here, like purpose coach, women empower coach, that is not your niche, okay? And your niche is not a life sentence. It's actually the starting point, as Juan was sharing. So of course you can evolve, you can refine, and you can pivot as you grow, but you cannot refine what doesn't exist yet. Okay, so if I don't even have a niche, if I don't have an audience specific that I'm talking to, if I don't have a clear messaging, if I don't have a clear solution, and again, we are not talking about the label that you put here, business coach. That is not the niche, okay? If you don't have your entry point, so the way that you start to talk to people, including the messaging, including your program, including transformation, there's nothing that you can refine and that you can evolve, okay? Plus, if I choose a niche today, is that going to be my niche forever? No. I give you, for example, my own personal experience. When I started coaching, I started as a generic coach, life coach, as every single life coach does out there. Didn't work, so I started to niche down. When I started to niche down, I was a relationship coach. At the beginning of my coaching career, I was not a business coach and a business mentor. I started as a relationship coach. Why? Because myself, I've also been through different many past toxic relationship and toxic breakup. So I lived that experience, and then life and a series of events that we're gonna share. We should do a video in which we just talk about ourselves, but and we tell you how I transitioned from relationship coaching to business coaching. But that was not my life sentence. Okay, today I'm a business coach. I'm a happy and satisfied and proud business coach. So you can change your niche. Just don't change it every 2 months, okay? But we talk about it really soon.
Yeah. And as Miki, for example, she completely changed her niche. My niche evolved because I was helping professionals to live more aligned with their purpose, to transition to businesses or careers that were more aligned with their purpose. And then helping professionals evolved to helping coaches, right? So this is the thing, like, it's not a life sentence and you are not going to like be there forever, because of course it will evolve. Okay, so this is connected with a little bit with the box one, like, okay, what if I choose the wrong niche? What if I invest all this time and it doesn't work? What if no one wants my offering, my coaching? What the fuck I'm going to do? Right. I'm allowed to say this word in YouTube? Okay, so maybe I will not say or we will put the beep. Okay. So what I'm going to do if that happens? Look, first of all, let's talk a little bit more about from the spirituality. Like, if you make a mistake, you will learn from your mistakes, right? This is the process of every human experience. Now, if you follow the framework that we are sharing with you today, the probability that you will choose a wrong niche, it goes lower, okay? So what is this framework? Your life transformation, your life experience, something that light you up, something that when you talk about it, like, man, you can talk about it like for hours and hours and hours, and if somebody asks you about it, you can talk about it hours and hours and hours, right? Something that like you can talk about every day, right? We talk about like creating and building a coaching business every day, and we don't get tired and we are happy to do it, you know? So something that lights you up. And lastly, this part is essential, that you need to understand the market reality. Is there a market for this? Yes or no? Right? And now soon we are going to give you how you can test this, and it's very simple, okay? So in this way, your risk of choosing a niche that it doesn't work, it reduces a lot. There's still a probability, yes, but let me tell you, the only way that you know if your coaching, if you are going to be able to sell your coaching, is actually putting yourself out there. So yes or yes, you need to take the risk, because there's no 100% guarantee. So you need to put yourself out there, all right? Let's go with the next one, Michelina.
Yeah,
today we are on fire, man. I'm happy. This class is amazing.
Yeah. Today also, no guys, that this class, because we're already 20 minutes, our videos usually are 20 minutes, we are not even half of the classes, so this is gonna last a long time. But let's go on. I don't, just to say, you prepare your time, because we are more or less halfway through the class. I don't have enough experience or results yet to claim my niche. Okay? When you just get the certification, you didn't work with 100 clients, you didn't work not even with 20 clients, so who am I to say that I specialize in something, okay? And I understand this is a fear that it's really common, and I totally get where it comes from. The truth is that your niche is not based on how many clients you have had, but it's based on the transformation that you live. We said this already a million times, and we will not stop saying it, okay? This is not about your coaching skills, your coaching hours, your coaching certificates. That goes together with the experiences that you lived, that your soul lived, that you healed, okay? So no, you don't need 100 clients to specialize in one niche. You don't need 20 clients to specialize in just one niche.
Once, I can share a little experience, very short. I saw something that was really sad for me. I saw like a group of coaches, right, in a coaching school, coming to a workshop that this coaching school organized, and they said that the niche at the beginning is not important, right? And I was really sad to see that sometimes coaching schools like really give this misinformation about the niche, because you need to niche down if you want to have a slightly opportunity to live out of coaching, you know. So it is very important that as soon as you can, you start to get your niche. If not, I'm sorry, you won't have any opportunity to live out of coaching. And I know that today we are saying truths that might trigger you, but it is important for us to be honest with you, okay? We are not like those coaching schools that are promising you income and all this just because of certification. No, we are very straightforward with you. You need a niche, and if you don't have a niche, I'm sorry, my dear coach, you won't have any opportunity, you know. Because look, the most important truth about all the things that we are talking, right, is that your niche or niching down doesn't shrink or take out the opportunities that you have as a coach. It is going to create the first ones. It is going to create the possibility that you are actually going to make it in this industry that it's becoming more and more competitive. It is true, but this is the beauty of connecting your own life with your program, because you are the one that is in the better position to serve those who are needing this help. All right, because specificity, especially right now in the market as it is right now, it is so important. Why is it important, Mickey? You want to share or I share?
You go.
Look, when people recognize themselves in your message, right, they feel understood, sorry. And when they feel understood, they feel that they can trust you. And when they can trust you, they can buy. You need to understand something, dear coach, that right now in the AI era, people can go and get coached by ChatGPT. You can go and try and ask him, like, act as a coach, a relationship coach, and help me with this. It will help you, it will coach you. It will probably ask more powerful questions that you and I and Mickey together can ask. So you need to understand that you need to put your human experience into all this process. You need to create a community. You need to create a framework that allows them to get the transformation. General coaching is going to disappear, is dead, okay? So you need to be ready for this, because if you are not specific in which type of people are you helping and which type of problem are you solving, I'm sorry, you won't make it, okay? So today we want to prevent you to make this mistake, so we are going to give you the steps, okay? 5 steps to niche down, all right? Beautiful. Let's go, Mitch.
We start with number 0, which are the 3 best sources of a niche. Okay, so you guys tell me that the niche is not just about the market. So how do I connect my niche? How do I find my niche? There are 3 sources. The first one are your scars. When we say scars, we mean your lived experiences. Okay. The second one is your professional experience, if you are passionate about it. And the last one is your life experiences, not only like the scars, also like the, let's say, the positive ones, okay? The things that you actually really lived.
Can I give an example here? Because it really came to my mind right now. Like 2 weeks ago, I was talking with a coach, and like this person wants to work specifically with like first-time parents, right? And this person told me like, hey Juan, but you know, like I don't have scars in what I am building with my program. And I said like, okay, beautiful. Like if you want to work about with parents, tell me like what would be the challenge of a parent, right? Maybe they cannot sleep, maybe they don't know how to calm the baby, right? And this person started to share with me some of his experiences, And he realized that, okay, yes, maybe it's not a scar for him having a baby. It was not something that it was traumatic and it was terrible, but it was a challenge of his life, right? And now he's putting all this into a beautiful program to serve people, right?
Yeah, totally.
So these are the three sources. So this is a step 0. This is the thing that you need to start to explore. And in step number 1, you need to identify those transformation stories.
Yeah.
So you sit down and you start to reflect like, okay, what are the things that I have overcome in the last 3 to 5 years, right? What were those challenges? Maybe you experienced burnout, right? Maybe you overcame infidelity. Maybe you went through a separation,
Yeah.
right? Maybe you stopped drinking. Maybe you had a baby and now you want to support like women in that beautiful but also challenging experience that is becoming a mother, right? So write down all the things that you overcame in the last 3 to 5 years. This is a step number 1. We told you that we are going to give you exact steps, so we are fulfilling our promise, all right? Number 2.
Spot which one lights you up. Okay. Which transformation could you talk about every day for the next 3 years? What is the transformation that you can talk over and over and over and over again? What is the thing that you never get bored researching more about, sharing more about?
What are those things? For us, it's clear, I think, no?
Yeah.
Number 3, you need to check the market reality, and this is where like the traditional like model meets our model, because of course we need to understand if there is market, right? You can do simply like very simple. You go to social media and you start to find 5 coaches or experts that are solving this problem. See if they already have programs about this topic. If that happens, that means that the market is already validated. So you see, you don't start like blind, like, oh my God, what I'm going to do. No. You start with something that is already validated. Now is you need to create, of course, your offer, and an offer that creates transformation, but that is another step. All right? So this way you can really start to see the potential of your coaching offer. You can also use ChatGPT, right? AI to make market research, right? Actually, we have a prompt. If you comment below prompt, we will send it to you for also to have real-time information about your niche, okay? So this is number 3, check the market reality.
Number 4, craft your niche statement. What is your niche statement, Juan? What is a niche statement?
Okay, the niche statement is something like, we call it in our program like the UVP, the unique value proposition that you bring as an expert, right? So if something goes in the hand of in the line of like, I help, right? Who you help? Who you used to be? Who is that person that you were in the past that is struggling with what you overcame? This is very simple. What did you overcome? Burnout, alcoholism,
Getting client consistently,
as we experience it, right? To achieve, what is the result that you are going to help them? What is the result that you got in your own life? Right?
Yeah.
So in this way, you stop saying like, oh, I am a purpose coach. Oh, I am an empowerment coach. Oh, I am a burnout coach. Oh, I am like life coach. That doesn't really matter. People don't want your coaching. I'm sorry, and this is something that we always say with Mickey, right? Or they don't choose Mickey because she has the most beautiful eyes that you could ever see, right? You can show them after, Mickey, please. Right? They're not choosing us because Mickey has the most beautiful eyes that you will ever see in the world. No. They choose us because we are able to solve a specific problem for people like you, and it will be the same for you.
Yeah, just
right?
a tip here. I don't know if you put it after. There's more. It's an example.
Yeah, it's about being specific is what I just said, right?
Yeah. The little tip that we always give is don't use negative adjectives
Yeah.
or negative part of the sentence. So, for example, in our situation, it wouldn't be I help broke coaches that are struggling with, I don't know, I can't even think about something negative, but like broke coaches is a negative
Yeah.
adjective. So we help certified coaches, which is a fact. We help certified coaches that are struggling with having clients in a sustainable way to achieve getting paying clients within 45 days
And then you will say like, Juan,
without paid ads.
But here what you're saying under earning, because it's true, under earning, but it's not something that is very aggressive. It's like, oh, I'm going to coach you because you are broke. You know what I mean? Because also like you can go from the transformation from undercharging to charge $2,000, $5,000, right? But there are different ways of writing this, and today we're just sharing this one for you to have easy clarity and you can implement right now. We would love to hear, to read you your new UVP, your new unique value proposition down. So
In the comments
in
below.
the comments below, all right? So please go ahead and like, okay, I help a specific, right, person who you used to be, struggling with what is their problem to achieve what is the result that you're going to make them achieve. So you see the clarity and the difference between saying like, oh, I am an empowerment coach to say this. Do you see it, Mickey?
Yes, I do.
Beautiful. All right.
I'm sure that they do too. And the fifth one. We were sharing this before, okay? So it's the 6 months commitment rule. What does it mean? Don't switch your niche every 2 months. Don't even switch your niche every 6 months, every 3 months, pardon. Just stick with it at least for 6 months. Because you need time to get your messaging out there. You need time to make clients reach you, understand what you do, and get that clarity. Okay, I'm not saying that you're gonna get your first paying clients in 6 months, but I'm saying that if for 2 months you're a relationship coach, and even let me be even a little bit more specific, okay? Because there is the relationship niche, okay? But then there are sub niches, okay? And we are here saying don't even pivot every 2 weeks in the sub niches. So stick with it for 6 months. For example, in the relationship coaching, there is the divorce coach, toxic breakup coach, and dating coach. As you understand, they have 3 different clients. They are all under the relationship niche. I cannot be a divorce coach for 1 month, and then a dating coach for another month, and then a toxic relationship breakup coach for another month, okay? Because people don't understand what I do. They get confused, and my message doesn't arrive, and my offer is not clear. So stick with it for 6 months.
And be very intentional with every content that you create. Okay, this is super important because I will tell you more stories in the future because right now we are running out of time, but it is very important that every piece of content is connected with your actual niche and you don't basically distract or confuse your audience. So these are the 5 steps that we invite you to do right now, so you can literally in half an hour you are going to have more clarity about your niche and you can actually start to work just with these specific people. And now you need an offer, right, a sold program that will allow you to basically be able to create that transformation, right? Because forget about scatter sessions, forget about coaching packages without any logic or journey, right? You need a sold program. That's why we have a very special invitation for you to a consultancy call with us. Okay, in these 60 minutes, what we are going to do is to identify and to go deeper after you do this video, your soulmate, your potential soulmate client. Okay, the one that you are meant to serve. In this call, you will also be able to understand if you can turn all the knowledge that you have into a $2,000 to $5,000 sold program. Okay, you will be able to get clear on the sales strategy that fits the best for the moment that you are right now. So if you want this call, comment the word call below, and we will send you the registration, the booking.
Yeah,
link,
we will reach
alright?
out to you. We can schedule the call directly.
Yeah, totally.
¿Qué más?
Beautiful. I think this is enough. This was gold, and I am sure that with this video you were able to have more clarity about your niche, and that you will be able to finally start to have an opportunity in the coaching market. Coaching is important because why, Mickey?
It changes the world.
It changes lives, right? It changes your surroundings, and like it's create a ripple effect, and this world is really, really needing your services to have a little bit of hope in all these difficult moments.
Yeah,
So,
totally. Yeah.
beautiful. This was all for today. We see you next week with our next video, and stay tuned because we are bringing more and more beautiful topics for you.
Yeah. Ciao, coaches.